So this is Fonte das Lgrimas. I'm going to spin around while I tell you about this place.
This is Dan of Vagabond Buddha. This is the video of my free Coimbra walking tour. There's an interactive Google map for this walking tour. Just click the link in the notes below this YouTube video on your smartphone. At that link you'll also find day tours, restaurants, accommodations, transportation, along with a link to the best travel or retire cheap in paradise locations in the world, and how to make money online while you travel the world. Okay, back to our video.
So Quinta Das Lgrimas, this is a 30-acre estate with a palace that's been converted into a luxury hotel. At one time it was a hunting ground for the royal family here in Coimbra, Portugal. It was later purchased by a wealthy family who built the palace, which I'll show you in a minute. The name translates into Estate of Tears. It comes from a legend of a love affair between the son of King Afonso IV and the son's mistress. The king had the mistress killed. When the son became king, he had her body exhumed and put on the throne next to him. The fountain Fonte das Lgrimas, or Fonte de Amores, is where she was slain. The estate is reportedly haunted by her ghost, and this is where she was slain here. Fonte de las Lgrimas. Doesn't feel particularly ghostly to me, but I'm not really a believer in that sort of thing. I don't have any personal experience with it. And it's flows into this beautiful pond they've created. So anyway, that's the story of this stop, and it's a beautiful area, no doubt about it. This is known as the medieval garden on this estate, and as you can see, there's some ruins here. I should show you that. I already did from the other side, but you may have noticed that it's Gothic architecture, and the mistress who was slain here, that was the 14th century, if my memory serves me correct. And the other part of the story, it was almost too unbelievable to say earlier, but I'll go ahead and say it now, was that he not only did he exhume the body and put her on the throne next to him, the woman his father had killed, his mistress, but he had the court kiss her hand. And this is after she'd been buried a number of years, I think 20 years. So that must have been a tough day if you were in the King's Court. Thought I'd show you these grounds while I'm here. That's a putting green over there. And this is a driving range behind me now I'm going to show you. And so this estate is likely very expensive. I haven't looked it up. We're just a few blocks from here though. And there's a pool table inside here. So I'm sure it's a lively spot in high season. This is labeled the romantic garden of the palace, which now you're looking at the back of. I'm gonna go around front and show you the front of it. Isn't that beautiful? And here's the front of the palace. I'm a little to the side actually. Nice little fountain here. And there's the official front. I'll give you a dead-on front shot also. Isn't that lovely? This is Dan of Vagabond Buddha. If you're enjoying this video, could you click like, leave a message, subscribe. Let's see, what else is there? Share on social media. Any of those activities would help our business. It would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to continue this tour now. This is the drive from the front gate to the palace. Of course, you had to have some anticipation when you built the palace. Couldn't just be right on the curb. Wouldn't that be a lovely sight to pull up to in your horse-drawn carriage? So this is the monastery Santa Clara of Velha. The monastery was originally founded in the 14th century by Queen Elizabeth of Portugal. It was too close to the river and had to be abandoned in the 17th century. The monastery was built further up the hill. So that would have been the cloister we're looking at now, and this would be the cathedral. And now you're looking at the front of the church. I don't believe it was ever a cathedral, I'll correct myself. It's Gothic, as you can see. So now we're going to head up the hill. We'll cross the river on this bridge here and head up the hill to Coimbra. It's on the other side of the river. That's it. The university over there, I believe, on the top. So I'm on the bridge. But that over there is a pedestrian walkway. And there is the Coimbra proper, old town, right there in front of us. And we're gonna attack full speed ahead. Check out this flag, isn't that neat? Loving it. The city of Coimbra. That's the bridge over there. We crossed, now we're on the other side. And the walking tour, the Google Maps interactive walking tour, is now going to take us up a walking street where no cars are allowed. And so we're off to a good start. Just click the link on YouTube below the video and the notes. Come to the webpage, click the map, and it'll start heading you on this walk when you're here in Coimbra. It's a beautiful place. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning on a off season, so not all the shops are open yet. It was raining yesterday, so luckily we have 2 full days here in Coimbra, so I can go out and do this, see the town. Chung Hoi's in bed, she's not feeling well. So my mission is to explore the city, find the best few spots, come back and grab her and take her out in the afternoon so she doesn't have to walk the full walking tour in case her condition doesn't improve. So that's City Hall. We're in Câmara Municipal. That's also called May 8th Plaza. And it's also called the main square here in Coimbra. The square is called May 8th because that was the day that the Liberals entered the city during the Portuguese Civil War ending in 1834. And there's gorgeous buildings here, so I'm just taking time just to show you what these look like. There's also a cathedral right next to the town square that I'm going to show you last as we go in a circle here. And we're just starting to get the peek at it. This is Santa Cruz Church. And Mass is going on now. I'm going to go in and just take a few pictures and a short video so you can see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, the first time you're going to walk down that walking street over there. The next time you're going to come through this gate, turn and walk up this beautiful cobblestone human-only walkway. So next stop on the Old Town walking tour is the old Cathedral of Coimbra. You're looking at it now, in fact. Velha de Coimbra. Construction of this church began after Alfonso Henrique declared himself the King of Portugal in 1139. In 1185, King Sancho I, the second King of Portugal, was declared king in this church. This is one of the few pre-Reconquista Portuguese cathedrals to survive intact until today. And here comes a bus right at me. Here we are inside. This is in the entry. This is the cloister. So this is Machado de Castro Museum. This National Museum in Coimbra is named after the Portuguese sculptor Joaquim Machado de Castro. The museum's inside the former Bishop's Palace, which we're looking at here. And it's was formerly the Bishop's Palace itself was built on top of former Roman ruins, a Roman forum, and for that reason there's tunnels underneath that you can walk through. But it is Monday. They are closed. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, so we missed the boat. And we leave tomorrow, so I won't be showing you any Roman tunnels. Anyway, on to the next stop. So this is the University of Coimbra, right across from the museum we just were at. And it was founded in 1290, 13th century. Coimbra is the city of students. There's 20,000 people that live in Coimbra. That's the administrative building right there. Boy, that's an ugly one. About 10% of those are foreigners from 70 different countries. Make sure to see the Baroque era library when you visit the university. It's one of the main tourist attractions in Coimbra, and that's what I'm going to try to hunt down now. So this courtyard I'm standing in is at the university. And I thought I would just pop over and see the library, but that's not actually the case. The library is available in a package. It's 12 euros, and it includes being able to go inside of a few of these buildings, which includes a great hall. That's the one right over there, and a chapel. Those small little doors right now in the center of the screen. And the library, the Baroque library, is down those steps over there. And so this is I would probably say the most significant thing about this city. So pay the 12 bucks or euros and check it out. And incidentally, it's It's not a bad view from here either. You have the whole city below you. And this is a whole, in my opinion, this is a whole magnitude nicer than the city we just left, Évora. It's hilly, it has more beautiful, interesting architecture, and I don't know, I would, this may actually be one I would rate highly high for livability, but I'll make that conclusion after I've seen everything, but I'm feeling really good about it. This is not the Baroque library, as you can see. Apparently no pictures are allowed there, which honestly, in fairness, I think they should tell people before they pay 12 euros, but they don't until you get inside. Not surprising, they wouldn't make as much money. So this is inside the chapel. There's one of the things you can go into for your 12 euros. Here is the chapel. I don't know what this is called, but this is the third. There's 3 attractions here: the library, the chapel, and this room. Ooh, the Great Hall. Probably for meetings or whatever. Pomp and circumstance. So on the corridor, as you exit the Great Hall here, there's a great view of the city below you. A lot of important people here, apparently. No doubt Jesuits. They were the big educators throughout the ages. And then it dumps you into these university classroom areas, and you exit through here. That completes the university tour. Between those 2 buildings way back there is the complex that had the chapel and the Baroque library. Anyway, you walk straight out the door of that and come here. And we're walking towards the Botanical Gardens and the Aqueduct, or what remains of it. So this 16th century aqueduct was built on the same footing as a 3rd century Roman aqueduct. It connected the hills where the Castle of Coimbra was located, and it's a gorgeous piece of work. Right now I'm standing in the Botanical Gardens, so as you find your way to the entry to the Botanical Gardens, you'll be walking along the aqueduct. It's no longer active from what I understand, but Still beautiful to see. And now I'm going to wander around this botanical garden. This botanical garden was established in 1772 by the Marquis of Pombal, a very controversial political figure, and has remained managed by the university Department of Botany since the inception. That completes our walking tour. Click the link below this YouTube video to get your free interactive Google map of this tour. You can also get a free copy of my ebook where you'll learn how to live internationally and make money in the new digital economy. This is Dan of Vagabond Buddha. Thanks for listening. The world is your home. What time will you be home for dinner?